We'd like to thank Divine Enigma Apparel for sponsoring this portion of today's episode. Divine Enigma's designs are created with the intention of creating something never seen before to inspire you while maintaining the highest level of streetwear aesthetic. Divine Enigma wants to provide a unique, desirable product with the highest quality and greatest standards through style, comfort, identity, and constant improvement. They're based in San Diego, California, and all orders are prepared, packaged, and shipped with speedy delivery right here in the United States. Divine Enigma Apparel is all about promoting individuality, freedom of self-expression, and unity. So stop over to divineenigmaapparel.com today to see everything they have to offer and pick up something great today for you or somebody you really care about, or even somebody you don't care about. Pick something up. It's all pretty awesome stuff. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Where Did All My Friends Go?, a podcast about life in the music industry. I'm your host, Patrick Tarnowski, as always, and with me is my co-host, Matt Reed. Matt, how is your day today?
It's going, Pat. It's life every day. You know, Fall Out Boy.
Life every day. Follow FOB. Yeah. Today we have Tyler and Jimmy from Nevada pop punk band Too Close for Comfort. Tyler, Jimmy, welcome to the show.
Yo, what's up?
How's
Thanks
it
for having
going?
us on.
Yo. So you said you were currently, before this, you were working on some drum tracks. So do you have do you work at a studio? What do you do?
I have my own studio here in Reno. I
Cool.
record a lot of the local bands around the area. So,
Nice.
yeah, that's what I do when I'm not working my regular day job that I don't want to do and just do music full time.
Nice. No one does. What do you do for your regular job?
I co-own a construction company with my dad. Kind of one of the furthest things from music possible.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. I mean, entrepreneurship, that's pretty pop punk. So go.
Yeah, you're right. That's what all of our songs are about, quitting your job. So
Yeah, and getting the hell out of this town.
You deal with
Yep.
hard rock either way.
Ah,
Oh, there you go.
yeah,
Nice.
It's funny because we're an excavation company too, so that's perfect.
There you go.
nice. You guys should make like a shirt or something, somehow combining it,
Just figure out some kind of sick merch idea.
Yeah, do like a collab.
Yeah, with my construction company.
Yeah, do
Oh my god.
Too Close for Comfort and your construction company collab.
Yeah, that'd be dope. I don't know how many people will buy that shirt, but maybe every construction worker.
Yeah, construction worker, people who listen to our music, they're like,
There
yeah,
you
you know what? Fuck it, I'll buy it. That's cool.
That's cool.
You'd be surprised. Especially, if you make it cool, they will come.
Yeah, for sure. Or do this cool like traditional style tattoo, like excavator on the front.
There we go.
That'd
There
be
you go.
fucking sick, honestly.
Yeah. See, there you take it. It's yours. So you guys, your latest release, We Only Live Here on This Planet for So Long, came out in September and features the singles Burn Bright, Out of Luck, and Magnetic. How has the response been for this release so far?
It's been really positive, honestly. It's been a little more I feel like it's been accepting of a lot of different people, and especially accepting of my family, which is like really important to me because it's kind of like all the music I've done before. I've done like a lot of hardcore, deathcore, like metal type stuff, and like now I'm doing like a little bit softer stuff. They're kind of more into it, they don't hear me screaming, and they're like, "Hey, I like this,"
Yeah.
So like the response from my family has been super positive, and like everyone else that's like commented or sent me a message personally has been like really like, wow, you're really doing it. This sounds really good. They're really about it. So I don't know. But what about you, Coop?
Yeah, I'd say the same. I mean, I feel like because me and him, we've done a lot of we've done, we were recently in a band together, hardcore band, and we were doing it for what, 7 years. We did Convulsions, and my family still supported me doing music, but with doing this band, they have been more positive. They're like, wow, okay, this is actually pretty good, more open to it. But um as far as like a general hearing responses from our album, I mean, it's been awesome. Like a lot of people have been very supportive and have liked what we've put out so far. So it's pretty good.
As you mentioned, 3 of the 4 of you were in a band called Convulsions. What made you switch from doing that genre to pop punk?
I don't know. Like honestly, I've been listening to pop punk since I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's like kind of been ingrained in me, I guess, a little bit. And just recently, over the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, I've just kind of like been listening to it a lot more, especially like the new contemporary stuff, more like Neck Deep in the Story So Far, like
Sure.
not really old pop punk, but like the newer stuff. And I've been really like, vibing with it and feeling like, yo, this is like really how I feel a lot of the time. So I just wanted to start writing songs that are like that. And like,
Mhm.
it's a lot harder, when everything is a lot, down tuned and
Yeah,
heavy.
down
So
too. We were playing like Drop F and
yeah.
Convulsions and
So I was just like, hey, I told
There you go.
everybody, like, I told this guy here, I was like, yo, like, we should start like making some music that maybe like my grandma will like,
I was
yeah, and
or sorry, go
because I
ahead.
had like the similar thing with him as far as like, growing up listening to pop punk. And that was a lot of the earlier stuff I got into. I was huge into Blink 182 and Green Day. And, I never actually got a chance to play in a pop punk band, even though that's kind of what I started wanting to do when I first picked up wanting to be a musician. I just somehow got thrown into the mix of metalcore, deathcore, and stuff like, which I don't mind you. I don't mind that. But,
Really, I mean, you did it for
when I
7
hit,
years, so
yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't
I've
mind
done it
too
even
much.
longer than that. I did it even before that, before even doing band with this guy. I've been in bands beforehand, and
Sure.
he has too. And when once a chance comes up when it's like, hey, you guys kind of want to do, because I would say he's been more the forerunner for doing the pop punk. It is like, you guys want to do something different with music. I was like, yeah, I'd be super down for that. So something I'm familiar with. Grew up listening to a lot of this stuff.
Hmm.
Hell
Was that
yeah.
a hard conversation kind of starting out like, hey, I know we've been doing metal, but I want my grandma to be happy.
Actually, it was the transition was a lot smoother than like I had expected. It was, it like this band started from, um, I don't know, like me and the guitar player Ryan.
Mhm.
He actually wrote songs for me, like, or not for me, but like, and then sent them to me. And I was like, hey, can I like buy these off of you? And he was like, well, I mean, you could, but or we could just like kind of start a band. And I was like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
then I get the songs for free,
So
win-win.
you're telling me I could get this for free if we
Yeah,
just
dude.
hang
So
out?
yeah, I get to hang out with my friends and like do this for free. Yeah,
Nice.
no, it was cool. Like, and so we started like jamming some stuff out, and then I hit up Coop, and he was down, and then Ryan knew our drummer Evan because they had been doing some stuff previously, and so it all just kind of formed together really well.
Yeah.
And Ryan was in Convulsions for a while too,
Yeah.
like kind of more towards the end of it, and like one of the reasons that band isn't really we kind of like disbanded that band mainly personally for me was because of this band, and this is what I wanted to focus on. I didn't want to put like too much energy into like multiple projects. I'm kind of this is like my baby now.
Yeah. I
I
was
feel like
say,
I'm trying to like focus on this.
yeah, I'd say like this is a pretty big focus. I mean, we're also in an easy core kind of pop punk band too as well.
Okay.
But yeah, this has become like definitely like I've been, nurturing this project and putting most of my time and, funds into doing this band as a project. And it's been so great to do it with like the coolest dudes, that I can do this shit with. It's been awesome. I couldn't ask for a better opportunity.
Hell yeah. Yeah, because I mean, you were saying even earlier where like how you found more that you were getting more out of like the newer iteration of pop punk, like Neck Deep's, in the story so far and stuff, and that I mean, this newer generation of pop punk is completely different, because you had Sum 41 and Blink 182 and all those bands before that, and that like Sum 41 every once in a while would like sing about like something of like substance, but for the most part, pop punk, in the early 2000s was mostly focused on fun and being goofy.
Yeah, we really tried to focus more on like real life type shit. Like we're like our new record our newest record. I didn't say our new record because we're actually working on another one. So
Nice.
but the one that we've released thus far is
Right.
more about, getting older and like learning to kind of cope with, your age and people around you getting older, your family,
relationships, everything
relationship.
changing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, everything changing.
And then like, wanting to, we still got like the typical wanting to quit your job type stuff too,
Oh,
but
sure.
it's like,
You always got to have that.
yeah. And
It's a staple.
It's a staple, but at the same time, it is truly how I feel like,
Right.
like it is the goal that I'm, looking to do in my life. I
Yeah.
kind of would love to do music for a living. It's like it's fulfilling, and I get to hang out with my best friends. So I mean, I guess that's what everyone would want, is to do something that they're happy doing, for a living.
I will say, I will say though, so what I love about doing in this band that I've noticed being in this band is that we have those songs that mean something to people. Like I feel like we pretty much can reach out to anybody with any song because we have songs that are relevant to almost everyone's living it, like
Right.
writing songs about, what's going on. But, you mentioned bands were writing just silly, goofy stuff as well back then. Here's the thing is like we're if you ever catch one of our shows, and one thing I can tell you about our shows is that we are super fun, definitely goofy on stage, but it's like it works. We're that perfect blend of still silly and people have fun with our music and we interact. This guy is like the crowd interacting master. Like this dude just like
Nice.
Just recently.
yeah, just recently, like we were doing a show in Vegas and everyone's just it's just stagnant, right? Mind you, there was a pretty good turnout, and then everyone's just stagnant and a little bit away from the stage, and this guy's just like, you guys paid money, come up front. You guys came to come see bands play tonight. We're gonna have fun. Somebody get someone on the crowd surf, and it was just insane. And
Nice.
that's what I love about this band is that we have that good blend of silly and goofy, but we write meaningful songs and we take ourselves seriously enough.
If anyone listening to this podcast ever comes to one of our shows, I will let you know that we have this deal at every show that we do. The first person that either stage dives or crowd surfs gets a free T-shirt.
Yep.
So
that's
I
the bigger
love
thing.
There you go, Matt.
little
you're up.
incentive.
I don't know if I can do that, but
You're up. You're going.
Me and
get you
Coop
up
will
there.
get off the stage and get in the crowd and hold you up.
Yeah, we'll hold you up.
So you guys, you brought up that you're currently working on some new stuff. When can people expect a new single, or what are you guys working on?
So it's kind of it's like a slippery slope with this new record because I was just in we've been doing artist coaching with Casey Cavalier, the guitar player for the Wonder Years. And I was
we know
just in a
Casey.
call with him. Yeah, I was just in a call with him a few hours ago, and we were talking about the new record and stuff, and he has the demos and everything. We were just like, he's like trying to like put us more in like of a EP or single kind of direction. And so like that's what we're thinking. We're still like batting the idea around. We got 11 songs actually written with and they're demoed, but we're gonna probably pick a few from the tree and see which one we like the most and start really grinding those out. And we've been doing some vocal production with Joey Fleming from In Her Own Words.
Okay.
He's been helping me out a little bit here and there, so we're gonna try and get all that situated. But it's hard to like put a like an actual date on when a song is going to come out because of how many things need to align.
Oh, sure.
But I would say we're supposed to go to New York in April
Yep.
to shoot a couple music videos for the new record, but
Okay.
we're not sure at the pace that we're going right now. We might have to reschedule that. So
Okay.
I would assume April, May, June, just June, July. Hopefully, we can get a single out around that time.
Yeah.
Is what I would say.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome that you're working with Casey. We just actually had another band on recently that was working with Casey. Keep Your Secrets.
He's such a cool dude. Like honestly, it was like it's refreshing to work with someone that like has been through it, because like we're still like, I mean, we're getting older, but at the same time, we're still young to this, like the industry outside of our local scene. And
Right.
so like getting a lot of like insightful, stuff from
Yeah.
him, picking his brain on stuff is like really helpful. And
Yeah, and I
like
mean he's in one of the most like iconic pop punk bands in the last decade. So
exactly, yeah.
That helps a
I
lot.
know.
Good to take notes from that.
The Wonder Years has been like actually my like the top artist in my Spotify for like 2 or 3 years now. So it's
Yeah.
like, you know, it's surreal like talking to the dude. It's almost like
Oh yeah.
hard to focus sometimes because I'm like a little starstruck at the same time,
Sure.
Yes. He's got a lot to say, and he's got a
Yeah.
he's a good dude. Yeah, we had him on the show last year, I think. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
so-
awesome.
Y'all just got home from a 6-day run on tour. How did that go? Any stories from the last run?
Oh man.
Yeah, like it was awesome. I mean, I did almost all of the driving. Our routing was kind of scuffed. I'm not gonna
Sure.
lie. We went from we started in
Was it
Chico,
Chico?
then went to San Francisco, and we're from Reno, so it's all on the West Coast. So we went to Chico, California, then to San Francisco, which was all right. But from San Francisco, we had to go to our hometown show, which is in the middle of the tour, which was kind of weird.
Yeah,
But
it was.
it was like the only like
Oh, weird routing.
yeah, it's weird, but it's the same. Like that's the only day that they had like available, and we were
Sure.
like, "Hey, fuck it, we got to do it." You know,
Yeah.
like
Sure.
can't not play on our hometown like on
Right.
a tour. So we ended up playing in Reno. We drove from San Francisco to Reno.
Back to Sacramento.
Well, the drive from San Francisco to Reno was actually kind of gnarly because
Oh
it
yeah,
was
because the
snowing
weather
over
was so bad.
in Truckee over the Donner Summit. And
Okay.
if anyone knows about the West Coast and the Sierras there, it gets pretty hairy. So we had to drive through that. We took a detour through Lake Tahoe because they had the pass closed. So
Okay.
we were driving. Yeah, it was kind of gnarly. And then
Oh yeah.
we got back here to Reno at like 5 a.m. We got some sleep in, got to the show, played the show, and then went to Sacramento the next day.
Yep.
Then we had to come back across the pass again because our next show was in Yerington, which is also in Nevada, but it's southern.
Okay.
So then after that, it was pretty much smooth sailing.
Yeah,
because
'cause
then we went
after
to
that
Las
was
Vegas,
Vegas.
and like the weather in southern Nevada is pretty nice. But as for any other stories, I don't know. Like,
Well, I'd say
there's
like
a lot of stuff happened. It was
there's a lot of
crazy.
stuff. We met up with Brooklyn and Vegas. I
Oh,
mean,
good. Nice.
yeah, we met up with those guys, hung out with those guys on Fremont Street. That was a good time.
Our
I mean,
photographer was only 19, so he couldn't do anything.
yeah,
So he took some videos of us with his fisheye lens, looked pretty dope, but that's about it.
Yeah.
We tried to get him into one of the bars, and they were like, "Yeah, no, that's not gonna work." Not like maybe if you're not in Las Vegas, that might fly, but in Las Vegas, they were
No
like
way.
pretty serious about that stuff.
Yeah,
down there.
Yeah, there's not
I
much you
mean-
can do under the age of 21 in Las Vegas.
No.
yeah, no, you're screwed. But I mean, it was a good run. We had lots of fun, and I was really surprised with the turnouts we had. We're a new band, who the hell knows Too Close for Comfort.
Sure.
We're a new band that barely just put out an album last September.
Mhm.
We're already on the tour, not even a year old band. And I was thinking, dude, who the hell is gonna show up to our shows? And let me tell you, every single city that we played, people came, and it was crazy.
It
to
was a
me.
wild experience because
Yeah.
like we went on tour in our last band, and we had some like I remember
Some
that
duds.
we had some shows that were pretty much
It's always
played to
gonna
the
be duds.
bartender. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We played to the bartender and there
the
was
other
only
band.
one other local support band and it was 2 members. So we played to
Oh.
3 people.
That was Austin, Texas.
There was
That was so bad.
There was
dude.
more people in
Oh.
our band than there was at the show.
Yeah, you always got to pile your out of town shows with locals, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Rookie
that's so like
mistake.
yeah, I
No.
know. Well, we were on a label back then and they like pretty much did everything.
They set it up.
And we were like,
Mhm.
all right, we're just gonna send it, and it fucking sucked. But
Sure.
this tour,
We had
it's-
more control.
Right.
Ryan, he does like almost all of our booking. So if anyone wants to book us, get in touch with Ryan. But or just message our band page.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he like hit up the local bands. We got some good like bands that actually like liked our music, and so
Yeah.
it was cool to like play with those people and
Nice.
hang out and have a good time. And then they brought people and kind of just every show seemed to kind of pop off. Honestly,
Yeah. The one cool story is that there is one guy, his name is Ami.
Ami, shout
If
out.
you ever shout out if you're watching it, if you watch this. Uh he was at our San Francisco show. And then when we came back to play Sacramento, he drove to Sacramento and saw us again.
That's awesome.
And I was like, oh my God. He shows up, he taps me on the back. I'm standing by the merch table and I'm like, holy shit. This guy, what? Ami is at this show right now? And
It's-
he made the drive.
It's like surreal to me the fact that there's people that are like not like my like people that I know and like talk to every day that are actually like that like my band and like come and support us. Like as like Ami, I would consider him now a friend, but
Heck
like he was a fan to begin with, and
Yeah.
that's crazy to me because I feel like it's just hasn't really ever been that way for me. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I've
it's like
never
it's
seen
like
that.
I get like like goosebumps, like thinking about that kind of stuff.
Heck yeah. So we talked about it a little bit. But what bands or artists, video games or movies got you into pop punk? And the reason you got to throw games or movies in there, like at this
Yeah,
point, because
100%.
you got Tony Hawk Pro Skater,
Pro
you got
Skater.
like American Pie movies and stuff. Like the early
Oh, yeah.
2000s was like just a mecca.
The best
of
time.
pop
The
punk,
best time.
so-
It was the best time.
You can start.
If I were to say like what really influenced me is definitely like I said, American Pie. The first one and the second one, jamming tunes for pop punk, great movies, loved them, hilarious. And then when you come to video games, for me, a lot of people mentioned Pro Skater, which yes, but for me a big one was American Wasteland as well.
Yeah.
If you ever played Tony Hawk American Wasteland, that was another huge one that really got me into more pop punk stuff. There's a ton of movies that you can list off even more than American
Oh,
Pie
yeah.
that had
Tons of them.
great soundtracks for their time. Like
New York.
I
Minute.
honestly another one that slept on is Scary Movie. If you ever
Oh,
watch Scary Movie,
Scary Movie's great, of course.
yeah, if you watch the opening scene of Scary Movie 2, now not necessarily not pop punk, but Sugar Ray is playing. They have Sugar Ray playing in that. And
Nice.
those movies, like those small things, when you put in those bands in those small places in movies, it can mean so much. Directors who direct movies are awesome when it comes to that type of stuff. Really good stuff.
I guess for me, it was a little less from the movie side, but I mean, there's a lot of video games. Like I grew up riding motocross, so like I always like played MX versus ATV Unleashed and all those like MX games, and so
yeah.
those always had like dopes like Hoobastank and stuff. in there.
Hoobastank, yeah.
dude, like yeah. And so like I listened to a lot of that stuff like
Sure.
when I was younger, but I guess like bands really that like influenced me lately have been like they've made me like really focus on pop punk is like the story so far and neck deep like I learned about this story so far from one of my friends. His name was also Tyler back in like 2012 2013 and
Yeah, that's kind of
ever since then it was kind of like I think What You Don't See came out in 2013.
Yeah, it was.
And so like and then that's really like sparked the fire for me to like try and do something this kind of music.
Love it.
nice. Yeah, I've told this to Matt. This is not what got me into pop punk, but like the thing that got me into music in total. I'm believe it or not, this youthful, sexy face. I'm a little older. That's okay. But what got me into wanting to like be a musician was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Coming Out of Their Shells tour. I had it on cassette tape.
That's
Oh
dope.
my god.
It was a live like tour that they did to where like it was just, people in like the turtle suits and stuff, but they were like, it was like 80s like metal rock and roll. Like they did
That's so sick.
a whole concert. You can find it on YouTube. It's pretty awesome.
That sounds badass, dude.
Now that you like talk about it, I actually, what was a big influence on me wanting to do music was Guitar Hero.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Guitar Hero, man.
Dude,
All day.
I've got like the 1, 2, and 3, I think, over.
Yeah,
over
dude. I remember getting Guitar Hero as a Christmas present, and before I had gotten Guitar Hero, I had like almost no interest in like playing music, I don't think. And so like when I started, yeah, dude,
Yeah, I was saying, I was thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? Like
was-
that's what further progressed it.
yeah, like I feel like I always thought like, music was cool and like seeing bands was cool, like when I was a kid, like watching them on the TV and stuff. But once I played that, I was like, yo, I kind of want to do this for real. Like,
Yeah, dude, I would say that's where like it changed it for me. A lot of it, like what got before Guitar Hero was there was a show on Nickelodeon called the Naked Brothers Band. There was a two, God, I can't remember their names,
I don't know.
but the two main actors, they were brothers in the movie. Actually, I think they're actually brothers in real life. And the one was a drummer, and I said, dude, that looks kind of cool. Like these are just kids playing in a band. So it made me want to be a drummer originally. But when I got Guitar Hero and Rock Band, that's when I was like, I don't know, man. Guitar sounds kind of really badass.
Yeah.
So I got into string playing instead. Played guitar mostly, but in this band, I ended up playing bass, which I love doing because I always kind of wanted to be a bass player too. So it's pretty awesome how it worked out.
It's a lot less responsibility for sure, especially for
Hell
like,
yeah, it is. It's
like
a lot less, dude.
for like pop punk and stuff for sure, 100%. Like you could just like
man.
fly around and just kind of do whatever. It's great.
Oh yeah, that's why like if you ever go to our shows, you'll see me and Tyler move. We are like a lot of the movement. Ryan moves, but like he's guitar and he's got a lot to deal with over there on his end.
Sure.
Of the
and
stage.
he does backing vocals, so he's got to stay kind of close
Yeah.
to his mic,
But me,
For
I don't
sure.
got to do anything but just play. And on bass, if I mess up, who the hell knows? Unless you're fine tuned, like unless you're listening and you're like a musician in the crowd and you're watching us, you might hear it. But like, who the hell is gonna hear me fuck up?
Yeah.
So I just jump around and like he's the vocalist. He's good at singing and moving at the same time, and he has his
Alright.
breaks. And me and him, we're just all over the place. So it's funny you mentioned flying around because literally we are flying around.
And I think about it, Evan doesn't move around nearly enough.
Yeah.
Our drummer, I mean, what the heck is his
Oh.
deal?
Yeah. What is up
Shit.
with that, Evan?
Oh. What our old drummer used to just always like he would have a lot to drink and then he would always like take his shirt off. Just tell him to take his shirt off.
Yeah, all
All you
right.
gotta do.
Whip it off. Just say,
Just whip-
screw it, man.
Take it off, baby.
Yeah.
Take it off, baby.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what made me looser was drinking on this tour. Like there was a few times where I was pretty loaded before we
He was
played.
calling it the beer run.
Yeah, I was calling it the beer run, dude. I had so many beers bought for me and just was buying my own beer. Like, dude, it was insane. And like I remember Sacramento I was really feeling it. There was a bar there and I got on stage. I mean, I'm still able to play and everything good, and I just felt great. I was like, I'm good, dude.
So Tyler,
not like
that's
a
why
head-
you drove the whole time then.
Yeah, I drove the whole time, so I'm pretty much, I'm sober the whole time.
Yeah.
I had a couple beers on the.
Yeah, he was
whole
the
thing.
You're
sober
like,
sister.
yeah, guy. Oh, you all had a lot of fun. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
great.
Yeah.
like this is great.
You
Now
did
get in the
so
van.
good. You did so good, Jimmy.
It's so good, dude. Props to Tyler for being the sober sister on the tour.
Ugh.
He was
Yo.
he was our ride, man. But
Yeah,
I think
have one.
Evan probably drank more than me, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh, that dude's a.
That dude had a great time.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did. Ryan had the best time on tour, or Evan did.
yeah.
I'll tell you that right now. That guy had the best time.
Nice.
Of all the songs you've written so far as a band, what is the one song you're most proud of, and why?
I mean, our new stuff that no one's heard. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, it could
So
be, but yeah.
I mean, it really is. I mean, the new stuff is kind of on a whole other level to me personally. But I guess for the songs that people have heard, I think my favorite, and it's hard to choose. Like in
Yeah.
what song has really inspired me. I like "Burn Bright" a lot. That's a song that we usually end our set with, and
Sure.
um, I feel like it's really like in the wheelhouse of my voice, and so it's really comfortable to sing, and so and it's got the feature from Joey on it, and it's a pretty well-rounded song, I would say.
Mhm.
That was probably my favorite song that we've written, and I'm really close to that one. "You're Home Now" is one of the songs that's like I'm really emotionally attached to.
Yeah.
Um, and so like that song is really important to me as well. Just live, I feel like "Burn Bright" is one of the songs that kind of like people really, really jive with it. So
For me, it would be Picture Perfect. I
yeah,
wasn't, mind you, I wasn't around for the writing part. I came a little after.
Hmm.
But for me, the song that I'm really proud of and I'm stoked to be a part of is Picture Perfect. The meaning behind it, super relatable with my friends that I've had in the past growing up, losing friends. Just not for personal reasons, just because, as you get older, people grow apart.
Yep.
Um, and like in the song says, it things never stay the same. And
Sure.
also when we play that song live, I mean, it's a great response, and I feel like it's a turning point in our set
Hmm.
where people really start to feel our energy is during Picture Perfect.
mhm.
So that's why I like it for numerous reasons. Great song to play. Love it. Super fun.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So we got one more question before we go to a quick break. If you could give our listeners a piece of advice that you know now that you wish you had known when you were first starting out, what would that be in music?
Okay. One piece of it. You go. You go first.
Me?
Yeah.
One piece of advice I would give myself back in the day about music. Are we talking as far as being in a band or just music in general?
Whatever.
Whatever
All
you
right,
think,
so
whatever you want to go with.
so I'm going to go. So my answer, as far as being in a band, my answer would be to do the investing. Invest in yourself. Invest in the band.
Hmm.
Get the gear you need. Do it by any means necessary. If you have to work some half-ass job, if you're not someone is 18, or you can find a job somewhere in fast food. Support yourself. Support the band. Put funds. Invest in your band. Never think that, oh, it's not, I shouldn't do this, it's not worth it. It's worth it. Invest in yourself, invest in the group.
Hell
As
yeah.
far as listening to music goes, dive into the less underground stuff. That's where some of the best music is. Where if you don't listen to what everyone else is listening, I mean, mind you, there's great stuff that everyone's listening to, but if you can, try to listen to music that's a little under the radar, because for me, listening to music under the radar has been the best thing I've ever done. And I did it later in life, not so much at the beginning.
Right.
So it's kind of cool when you can find these really cool bands, and some of them actually end up taking off. If not, you still just enjoy their music. You find a gem of a band. So
Yeah.
that would be the advice I would give to myself and to other people listening. If there are those two things, I feel like that resonates with people who want to be in a band or people who just enjoy music.
I guess for me it would be write songs that you're going to be proud of. Just keep like you want to be able to look back on the recordings and the times that you had with your friends and stuff and be like, hey, this was like a really good time in my life. And just you know I feel like you can write songs that are like party songs and stuff and still be proud of them
Hmm.
if that's what you're into, but if
Right.
you're like a more sentimental guy, kind of like me, write songs that you're really passionate about, and that is I think will take you further than being trying to write songs that are not what you're actually feeling. um so I would give that to my younger self as well, because I feel like um my younger self wrote songs out of just kind of, I want to write songs, like not really like like they didn't have too much substance to them, and now I'm like,
Right.
you know, it's a lot of, you got to think about it, be really creative, you know, and I think that's one advice that I give myself, not as far as that. And then, like Coop said, invest in yourself. I mean, the money is you know, it's like anyone's hobby is like, I don't know if you're into like, I don't know, video games or whatever, you're gonna spend money on that anyways,
Mhm.
you know, like might as
Right.
well, if music's your hobby, then spend money on that. And so uh, and I would never trade like any of the stuff I've done with my friends and stuff. So I think it's anyone starting a band, even if you don't think you sound good, I think it's still, and it's something I say at a lot of our shows is, you know, if you know you want to start a band, just do it. Like
Right.
if you don't think you sound good, then like just work on yourself and so you think you sound pretty all right, and then you know I guess the biggest part of it is you get to hang out with your friends, you know, and be around people that love you. So
Absolutely. And and just going off of one of the things you were saying is, a lot of people I find especially like when they're first starting out are writing songs to cater to other people, to like,
yeah,
I think this would be popular, or I think, like somebody could get something out of this. But the songs that people get the most out of is your truth, like your
yes.
words in your own way, your own songs that, you it's hard to, you can't, it's hard to be unique when you're not being unique. You're not being
Yeah, you're
yourself.
not being
If
yourself.
you're just
Yeah,
trying to be somebody else, there's already that other person. There's already somebody,
exactly.
you
Yeah,
know. So, just sing your truth, man. Write your truth.
yeah, exactly. Right, how you're feeling, you know.
Yeah,
So
always do that. Write how you're feeling. Write, don't write angry music if you're not an angry person. It won't come out right. Trust me. There's a
yeah,
difference. And
yeah.
you
Right.
know, don't write what you're not feeling. Don't write for other people's sake or because you think it's cool.
And take breaks. Take breaks when you
Yeah,
need to. Don't
exactly.
burn yourself out. That is one of the biggest things I've done in a band is burning myself out. And
Mm,
it comes from, you know, like, hey, we need to get this done. We need to get this done. And it's just like setting deadlines is good, but
mhm.
make sure they're realistic. And make sure everyone else is on board and everyone's going at the same pace. Cause, you know, if everyone's not, then everyone's going to get burned out and then it's not going to be fun anymore. It's going to be a chore.
Yeah,
Never make your band a chore. Make it something that you want to do. Make it so like when you go to band practice, you're stoked. You're like every single time. If you're going to band practice every week, because we practice every week, and we're like
Mhm.
every time we get together, I'm stoked. I'm like, dude, this is like my favorite day of the week, you know. And
dude, I
like
ain't gonna lie, yeah, same.
and so like you know like and that's how it should be when you're writing music and like hanging out with your friends. And if you're getting to the point where you're like, god damn, I just really don't want to go to practice today, then maybe you need to take a step back and
Yeah, but
rethink what you're
maybe you
you
should
know
do
what you're
that.
doing. Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah. Well, all of that's great. Very good advice. On that, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
What's up, friends? We're super stoked to tell you that we just partnered with GFUEL. And let me tell you, there is no more pop punk beverage on the market right now than GFUEL. GFUEL keeps you energized, focused, and hydrated. If you go to gfuel.com right now and use code Unsigned Pop Punk, you're gonna save 20% off your entire order. You can get it in the tub form and have 40 freaking servings of flavors like Rick and Morty's Unstable Portal Fluid, which is a delicious strawberry limeade, or get something in the can form like Sonic's Peach Rings or Crash Bandicoot's Wumpa Fruit. Go to gfuel.com and check it out for yourself. Let us know what your favorite flavor is. And once again, don't forget to use our code Unsigned Pop Punk to save 20%. It's a heck of a deal, man.
When's the last
Yeah, I
time you
mean-
had a Warhead? When's the last time you had Warhead candy?
I don't know.
Right? So I feel like if you throw
Decade.
that, people are thrown off. They're like, Warheads? Fuck, dude, I haven't had this.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Nostalgic.
Yeah.
This is great. Everyone's gonna love it.
Just get yourself a bucket of warheads on your merch table, and then put free will offering.
Yeah, free will offering. hey, anyone who fucking crowd surfs or whatever, we'll give you a whole hand. You can get a handful too with
Yeah,
I mean,
trick or treat, bitch.
and it's
trick or
like,
treat, bitch.
I mean, it's like it's probably like $5 for a bag or something. Big
Yeah.
ass
Yeah,
bag of
easy.
fucking warheads. Fuck it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, dude,
Matt,
that's a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
And we're back. Thanks so much for sticking around. We are hopping into our favorite segment, my favorite segment, everyone's favorite segment.
Bob's favorite segment.
Bob's favorite segment. I've shouted out Bob in the last 4 episodes, and he has not commented on the videos. I'm not bitter or anything, but Bob, I know you're listening, and you need to comment on the video. I'm losing hope with you right now. But anyway, food for thought segment. You want to start us off, Pat?
I will. So when I heard that you guys were from Nevada, my very first thought, especially for food for thought, was Vegas. And I put Vegas in because one of my favorite TikTokers, Keith Lee, he's from Vegas. Do you guys know Keith Lee? I mean, not personally, but
Keith Lee.
Keith Lee, baby.
I would have to
I
see.
don't.
I'd have to see their
Oh,
TikTok.
He's
Keith
so
Lee
good.
food reviews, baby.
So good.
He is like making Las Vegas great again. That's what he's doing.
Awesome.
And so he's based in Las Vegas. What is at the top of your list of places that need to be stopped at in Nevada? Doesn't have to be Vegas, just Nevada.
Okay. I was gonna say because Reno is quite far from Las Vegas. It's about 8
Right.
hours.
Right.
Let me see. So
What's
so I guess it's more exclusive on the West Coast. It would be In-N-Out Burger.
Well,
yeah. If you're
Yeah,
not, if
so,
you're,
like-
yeah, let's say.
That's like I guess at the
In-N-Out.
top.
In-N-Out is
That would-
your number one.
Oh
Like,
no,
No.
I was starting at the end. I was starting at
Okay.
the back end. Okay, well, we're
Okay.
starting at number 1. Okay,
Yeah, what is one place
okay?
that somebody, if they're coming through Nevada and they're like wherever, just in the whole state of Nevada, they need to go here.
Dude, what was that restaurant in Vegas we went to for? That place was jamming.
Which
Margarita.
one?
The one we went to that we had the sandwiches, the burgers. Right on Fremont.
Oh,
What was that
I
place
can't
called?
remember. We were so.
Was it called the
hungry.
Griffin?
Yeah, no,
No, that was the bar next door.
No, yeah.
Fuck. I don't remember the bar. I don't remember this restaurant's name, man. Damn.
So there's a place here. I personally love Indian food.
Yeah.
There's a place here that I would go to. It's called Taste of India. It's in
Okay.
Reno.
Okay.
So if you're a fan of Indian food, or if you've never tried it and you're going through Reno, stop there. It is so good. It's to die for.
Hell
I would put that honestly as my number 1. I just, I don't know. I'm crazy about Indian food though.
nice.
I've got my number one.
What's your number 1?
My number one. So here's the thing. You said you're from Minnesota, Matt. Where are you from?
From Minnesota as well.
Yeah.
Oh, so all right. So you guys have Mexican food there?
Yeah.
It's probably not that good. West Coast is the best Mexican food, hands down.
Probably.
And let me tell you, if you come through Reno,
Okay.
there's a couple of really good Mexican restaurants to go to. But one that I really liked and resonate with, and has really good food is La Michicana. If you're ever running through Reno, La Michicana, local owned.
24/7
Reno.
too, right?
Yep, 24 hours a day. And we used to hit that after our Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments.
Yeah, dude.
If you,
Wait, Yu-Gi-Oh?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
and that place really bomb Mexican food.
Nice.
Like some of the best Mexican food in town.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
And let me tell you, West Coast, best coast for Mexican food.
I
Whatever
mean-
you've had, it's not as good.
It's just how it be.
It's how it is, man.
I completely understand and I agree. I mean, we're pretty north, we're pretty far north, so
Yeah.
obviously we're not going to have that good of Mexican food up here. I mean, Matt
No.
might have like some sort, because Matt's in Minneapolis, so he's got,
I got a
you know,
chance.
it's the big
You have a chance. Yeah, I'll
That's
say he's
the
got a
big
chance. If he's
city.
in Minneapolis, he's got a chance.
I got a
Well, you guys
chance.
are so far north. I mean, like, what is that? Poutine is probably closer to your guys'.
Yeah,
What is
for
that?
me,
That's a Canadian-
absolutely, because I'm 2 hours away from Canada, so
Yeah.
like we're damn close to poutine country. We're only
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
not there, we're all about like hot dish.
Hot
you
dish.
know,
Yeah.
we like our
Oh, hell
hot
yeah.
dish
Oh yeah.
or casseroles. Hot
Dude, I'd be
dish
eating
casseroles.
Soup.
If I lived in Minnesota, I'd be eating soup every day.
It's so cold up there, huh?
Yeah,
It's not
I'm
that bad right
sure
now.
it's like,
I think it's
what
like
is it, like 20 degrees?
Oh, it's
I think
22.
it was like 27. I think earlier today.
It's 22 right
Oh,
now.
Ugh.
I mean,
Yeah.
Reno is honestly like it's north too, so like it gets cold here. If I
Yeah.
were to open my door right now, you guys would see it snow
Well,
outside.
it's desert. It's desert
Yeah.
country. It's
Yep,
like
the high desert.
Yep,
shit
high
gets-
desert here.
Shit gets cold at night, man.
Exactly.
But I mean, so for a Minnesotan, 27 degrees. So like that's sweatshirt weather for me. Like I like when I was doing door dashing and stuff. Like if I wear my coat, I'm gonna be too hot.
Too hot.
Yeah.
It's too hot. So
Ugh.
27 is pretty good. But we're gonna get a cold snap here next. I think next week it's supposed to get down to like 5
Yeah.
degrees. I think.
I'm so glad I
You know,
don't live in
Catch
Minnesota,
me in
man.
Minnesota.
Yeah, you ain't gonna catch me. I'll play a show there, but you couldn't catch me living in Minnesota. I'm sorry,
it gets
guys.
much colder though. Like
Yeah.
it can,
Yeah.
like this has been a very warm winter for us so far.
That's
Wow,
crazy.
we're going through the worst. I feel like one of the worst winters in
Yeah,
Reno,
Reno's
Nevada.
been hard.
in a
It's
while.
been a fucking terrible winter, but it's
Yeah.
been warm. We've just been
Yeah.
getting fucking just hammered with snow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
same. Reno's been. We finally are catching a break and we're getting some sun, but man, we were getting slammed there for a minute. And California was getting hit with all those flash flood
Storms.
warnings and all those rainstorms going through, just destroying everything in that fucking place, flooding everything. So I mean, it's been a rough winter all around for everyone. But
Okay, a little back onto the topic. I just forgot about that. What's that restaurant that Guy Fieri came here for?
gold and silver, gold and
Sil-
silver.
All right, that's another place in Reno that you'll never find anywhere else. It's called Golden Silver. It's also 24/7, right?
Yep,
What kind of
And-
food is it?
It's like
it's just like
Um,
typical diner,
yeah,
American diner.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
steak, burgers, chicken strips, whatever you get at a normal diner, pretty much.
It's really good.
It's just it's a tier. It's tiers above that though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's above Denny's. It's
Guy
better than
Fieri
Denny's.
has went there more than once. Like
Huh?
he's went there for like I think for the show, but then I think he's been there afterwards.
Yeah,
because,
he's been there a few times.
like
You
just
go there, you'll see signed pictures of Guy Fieri.
Nice.
So I mean, gold and silver is definitely worth the hit if you're in the Reno area as well.
I
He's-
just it was like on the tip of my tongue in this whole conversation, and I don't know why I just couldn't figure out what it was.
Yeah,
He's
American diner
randomly
food.
he's randomly been to a couple places up here too, but I don't even know that I'd recommend them. Like
Oh, really?
like they're fine. They're fine. Like they're good. Like
Yeah,
they're top 10.
yeah, yeah. Gold and silver is really good though.
Oh, yeah,
I'd say
I mean-
that's yeah,
for the prices they have. Yeah,
yeah.
they can get pricey depending on what you get there because the food is good.
It's half a casino too.
Oh well.
There you go.
Expect that in Reno.
Every
Oh, shit.
restaurant is partly casino.
Yeah.
Well,
Every
it's a great
place
time
is partly
regardless.
casino.
Yeah, it is like that for sure. But expect a good time when after you eat your food.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
tell you that. If you're
Yeah, expect to lose your paycheck.
if you're in Reno or Las Vegas, which are the only two cities you should be visiting, it's 24 hours everywhere. So things that you're used to that close do not close. There is
Right.
no last call at the bar. The
Right.
bar is all night, all day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I mean, Nevada in general is a good time. If you're in Reno or Vegas, if you're in any other place like that, that's the boonies.
Damn, don't catch Yerington catching that.
Oh.
Evan. Oh, yeah, Evan lives in a small town called Yerington, so
Okay.
I'm gonna tell them all to listen to this, and I'm gonna make them throw eggs at you while we play that again.
All right, we got a question to really make you think. If fast food restaurants took over our entire food chain and took over our government, which chain would you want to rule over you and feed you?
Hey, yo, Cane's.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is Cane's an option?
Yeah,
I would
it's
say
a fast food
Cane-
chain.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cane's all day, all day.
Because like
Cane's.
I got a Cane's order that's like to a science.
Oh yeah,
I get the box combo, no coleslaw,
extra toast.
extra toast, and get the toast buttered on both sides with a sweet tea.
Ooh,
That's the order.
It's science. When
Yeah.
you go there, it's like you are You are a
Yeah,
master.
dude.
You're crafting when you go to Cane's, but Cane's is an amazing but simple fast food chain.
Yeah, I
You
think
go
Cane's-
there and they
it's
have the
good.
same thing.
Um,
It's not different.
they'd make an amazing dictatorship.
Yeah, they would. Very simple, but very good in quality fast food. If I were to do a second place, it'd probably be Wendy's.
This was
Wendy's.
crazy about Wendy's.
Wendy's has a good breakfast menu, my mans. If you guys are, let me tell you, you got to get the number 4 at Wendy's in the breakfast. It's a if you eat meat, it's a chicken sandwich, but it's a chicken on biscuit sandwich. It's a biscuit chicken sandwich with potato wedges, and you can get a coffee, or I get the strawberry lemonade because I'm not a coffee drinker.
Sure.
Bomb, bomb, and the classic chicken sandwich for dinner, bomb. Slept on the number 7. I got it down, man.
Just ignore that. Just Cane's.
I like my wife is very big into Wendy's. She enjoys Wendy's, but
I can't remember the last time I had Wendy's.
yeah.
It's a great place. You're sleeping, my man.
Wendy's is actually the only place near me that is like open late enough. So I do have it quite often. Like if I'm like working late or something and I'm really hungry, and that's like the only place that's really open. For some reason, after the pandemic, all the places that were open late, like Taco Bell and McDonald's and stuff, they kind of just like,
yeah,
yeah,
they're
no,
not
we're
open late.
closing down at 9 o'clock, and Wendy's is the only one that's like stays open that's out here.
Yep.
Unless I want to go to an actual restaurant, which most of the time I don't.
Yeah, it's pricier.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
For occasions, you want to do that, but
Well, the funny thing is when you think about it, and if you actually can compare it, like a sit down or even somewhere like Applebee's or something, which isn't fantastic, but I mean, it's still better quality than like McDonald's. But if you were to go to like Applebee's compared to McDonald's, it's like $3 more, maybe. It's really like
Yeah, it's actually-
restaurants really aren't that much more expensive than getting fast food nowadays.
Yeah.
you know what? You're
Fast-
not wrong.
fast food's been getting out of hand lately.
Yeah, McDonald's is crazy.
Yeah,
right now.
like-
McDonald's is probably the most expensive fast food chain that there is.
Like, they've been getting like way out of hand with their prices. Like
Oh, I know.
I remember going to getting fast food and getting like cheeseburgers for dollars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I can't leave a place without spending $20.
Dude, I remember Taco Bell. You used
Taco
to be
Bell.
able, you could have a $20 bill and you get almost everything on the menu for $20. For $20.
You know,
Mind you, I'm quoting Seth Rogen on that, but $20 could
I-
get you infinite. It's infinite. But now at Taco Bell, 20, man, just the small orders I do is already like $10, and I don't
Really?
order very much.
Dude, I still to this day, maybe it's because I'm up so far up north, but like Bell Box is still $6 for me.
Bell Box, what is that?
Bell Box. Whoa.
Y'all ain't got no Bell Box?
It's like, what are you talking about?
What?
You don't
I said-
know.
I said, wait, what's a Bell Box?
Matt,
No, I never even
you
heard of
got
that.
this Bell Box down there, right?
I think so. I mean,
No,
I
what is
ordered
it?
I don't know.
ordered
I'm
on
not
the app.
familiar with Bell Box.
So, you get a Bell Box. It's $5 and change. It comes with a large fucking drink, nachos, so chips and cheese, a
Taco.
soft shell taco or hard shell taco, some sort of burrito, and then like a gordita or something,
What the-
or whatever
Wow.
whatever the special is.
You're definitely getting more bang for your buck. That's for
Yeah.
sure with
Yeah,
that.
we don't have that here.
Oh man,
I'm not
you're-
familiar with the Bell Box.
See, I
Uh-uh.
always wondered because I was seeing people being like, "Man, Taco Bell's so expensive." I'm like, "Get the fucking Bell Box. What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Fucking Bell Box.
Like, it's fucking $5, and it makes me full. Like, what is wrong? Like, what is wrong with this?
You gotta order on the app for Taco Bell. That's where I find my $5 boxes on the app.
Oh, nice.
See, they got rid of their quesaritos, their chicken quesaritos, but you can get them online. But you can't order them when you go there physically. You have to do it through the app to get the chicken quesarito. Taco Bell, fix this.
If you're listening, Taco Bell, come on.
Fix this. I want my quesaritos back, dude.
They just brought back the Mexican pizza.
Yeah, dude, that shit is always sold out every time I go to Taco Bell.
It's too messy for
that's
me.
fucking wild. Like,
Yeah, you need to.
it went
come to
away
Minnesota.
because nobody fucking got it. And then it's like, no one fucking cared. And then all of a sudden it's like, it's gone. And now people are like, this is an outrage.
You be careful.
Yeah, why is this gone? Like, bring this back. And then now it's back and everyone eats it. You can never order it now. It's always out of order.
Pat, I was one of the few people before it went away who actually loved the Mexican pizza. I was very heartbroken when it left.
I'd never had it until it came back. Not fucking once.
Yeah, I had it once when it came back, and I was like, "Yeah, it's all right."
Yeah,
but I'd rather just have something that's not like so messy.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, let me tell you, Taco Bell would be the worst fast food chain to take over because they make me cry every time because they have the nacho fries, and the nacho fries are some of the best damn things I've had in the world, and they keep taking them away and bringing them back. They are bomb with the nacho cheese.
They're a tease.
And they take them, they put them in for like a month, and then they're gone for like 6 months. They bring them back. They take you, like they're going to tempt your hand and then be like, nope, you can't have this. It's only a limited offer.
That's how they keep your ass in line.
That's how they remain control.
Yeah.
Taco Bell is evil, man.
Yeah.
Oh, no. They only they care about your heart, because the fries, you won't appreciate them if they're there all the time. You won't. It'll be just like the Mexican pizza. You wouldn't have cared if they were there the whole time. You wouldn't have cared.
They care when it's gone. Imagine if they got rid of Baja Blast. I think the entire country would go in an uproar.
You can't get rid of Baja Blast.
That would start a civil war.
You can't do that.
Like, they could name Baja Blast the king of America. Like, just the drink can take it. And we would all bow to it.
We would. We really would. I mean, you if you go to Taco Bell and you're not getting Baja Blast with your meal, what the hell are you doing?
That's crazy to me that they actually have other options.
Yeah, dude. When people are like, I've seen people do it where they order Pepsi, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Who hurt you this bad? Why are you ordering Pepsi at Taco Bell? There's Baja Blast.
You?
Who hurt you? Get Baja Blast. Be normal. All right, like that's the way to go. That's what you get with your gordita, whatever you're getting, your chalupa. You get Baja Blast, man. That's it.
Conform.
I agree. It's
Conform.
True words have never been said. We got one more food for thought question, then we're going to move on to rapid fire questions. This one, Las Vegas is known for their buffets. If you had to choose, probably Reno. Does Reno got a lot of buffets too?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we have a lot
That's
of
like
buffets.
a casino thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If you had to choose one food that defines if a buffet is good or not, what would that be?
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. I'm going with chicken strips.
I would say, like, honestly, I don't know. Like, mashed potatoes are easy though. I don't know.
Chicken strips.
Like, I'm a sucker for like a pasta salad, and so I love a pasta salad. And if they don't have a pasta salad, I don't know. I'll be heated.
For me, it's chicken strips. Every buffet restaurant should have chicken strips.
This dude's like the worst to ask food questions to because he's got the most bland taste buds. Yeah, chicken strips. This dude. All right, so
biscuits, chicken sandwich,
chicken sandwich, chicken biscuits.
Yeah,
I can't. So like, if we go through Taco Bell, I'll make him order his own thing because he's so weird about what he eats. Like, he gets like the burrito with no jalapeno sauce and no cheese chicken. And like, dude. So
they don't even have chicken, so I have to get the bean. I get the bean and rice burrito, no cheese, no jalapeno sauce, and I get it with the hard shell taco and a Baja Blast and nacho chips with cheese.
Yeah, so like, but yeah, so he's like the worst to ask food questions to because he won't come out of his comfort zone at all. So, I'm pretty easygoing about it. The only thing I don't eat is seafood, but
yeah,
we agree with seafood. That's where me and him agree. I do not fuck with seafood.
If it lives in the water, don't put it on.
It ain't for me.
So
that shit stinks.
One chicken question, and it goes back to Taco Bell. Did you ever try, or did it come to you when they did that, like that naked chicken taco where the fucking
the
taco
the
like
shell
was just chicken?
Yes, I remember that. It was good. I liked it actually.
The what?
You ever had that?
What
Never
was
had-
it?
The
Yeah.
naked chicken taco.
Was it just a chicken?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
shell was
the
chicken.
shell was a fucking piece of chicken.
Yeah,
What the hell? I ain't never heard of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
no, that-
was.
that-
It personally was a little much for me.
I
But
That's a wild
I
time.
had to
Here's
try
wild.
it.
Whoever was like went into that meeting to like, hey, you know what? I have a great idea, guys.
Was it stuffed with beef or what? They
Uh,
put
I
beef in it?
no,
I think
I
it was
mean,
chicken and then cheese and lettuce.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's not that bad.
I thought it
was
was
just
pretty
the
alright.
'Cause
Right.
if they loaded it with meat, that'd be too much for me.
If they loaded it with meat, I probably would have been a little bit more stoked for it, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'd have
I'm not a
fucked
huge
with
meat
it.
guy. I used to be a vegetarian, so like
Okay.
a huge meat guy.
Sure.
Nah, I was like, I love my chicken, man.
I love
There's
me
a
some,
stereotype, but I
I-
love my chicken.
I'm not gonna lie, I love me some ground beef.
Me too.
Good
I
old
do fuck with ground beef. I do
Yeah,
fuck with
That's
that.
the good. The ground beef is Old Faithful because like steak is good, but you gotta get a good steak.
There's
Yeah,
so many
ground
ways for
beef-
steak to go wrong, though.
Exactly. And ground beef, if they're making ground beef wrong, it
You shouldn't even be a
it's bad.
restaurant. You shouldn't even
It's
be
bad.
making shit if you can't make
Yeah, if you
ground
can't
beef.
do ground beef, get the fuck out. What can you do?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like
exactly.
that's probably one of the easiest things that you can cook is ground beef. Like it's super easy to cook.
I mean, I can't cook it, but
Bro, it's you just I was saying you literally just cook it till it's not red.
Yeah. Put some
You
fucking
know,
salt on it, something. Just
yeah,
do
put
something.
some seasoning on it, and you're good, man. You can make hamburger patties out of ground beef, man. Well, that's pretty much what it is.
Well,
But
that is
Yeah.
hamburger patty.
yeah, but I'm just saying it's really
100%.
good. It's good. I
All
don't
it
mind.
is.
I don't mind
Yeah,
ground
no.
beef.
No, I do get ground beef a lot of times, especially like when they ask you what like kind of meat do you want on your taco. I'm like, if I'm feeling like spicy, I'll maybe get chicken or like the carne asada, but most of the time I'm like I play it safe and just get the ground beef. So
Chicken.
Right.
I don't know, chicken, dude, it's weird.
Chicken.
Some place chicken
Chicken.
is like I don't know.
I love chicken, man.
That's good though. That's good. It's good. It's good for you. Healthy.
Better for you than ground beef.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
That's why I like it.
All right, guys. We're gonna move on to our last segment. This is rapid fire questions.
Friendships will be tested. Rapid fire questions.
You're just gonna speak from the heart. You're gonna shoot from the hip. Try not to fight each other. These can get a little heated.
Okay.
This can get heated.
All right. Are you guys ready?
Are we responding to you guys or responding to each other?
So I'm gonna ask the question. It's a either or. You guys just answer it separately.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
Yep.
I'm ready.
Mountain Dew or Mellow Yellow?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Horror or comedy movies?
Horror.
Comedy.
Horror all day, man.
Get out of
See,
here.
My favorite part is like in a couple of these now we've had a couple little screwy people say Mellow Yellow over Mountain Dew, and it's like Mellow Yellow, Mountain Dew, and they're like, "What the fuck did you say?"
Who says Mellow Yellow? Whoever that is.
You're wrong.
You're living on a rock and you're wrong.
Mountain Dew made Baja Blast, our Lord and Savior.
Yeah, our Lord and Savior was
So
made from Mountain Dew.
I can say the only reason with Mellow Yellow, when I was younger, there was like a big difference in like they both do taste very significantly different, but Mountain Dew was like almost $1 more expensive than Mellow Yellow. Like, so we'd go to the
Oh.
gas station, and like for $1 I could get Mellow Yellow, or for $2 I could get Mountain Dew. Well, I'm gonna get fucking Mellow Yellow.
Of course.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because as a kid, that's way cheaper. And that's another
Yeah.
$1 I could spend on like zebra cakes, nutty bars. Come on, man.
For real.
For real, the real stuff. This isn't an either or, but do either of you still listen to radio stations?
No.
No.
So like, does Spotify radio stations count?
No, because that's
Okay.
Spotify. That's not the radio.
Yeah. because I listen to like the stations on Spotify, but radio stations,
radio, nah.
not in a long time. Like if I hop into my dad's truck or something.
Yeah,
He's an old head, so like sometimes he's got some country playing or something in there, but that's not on my own free will.
Yeah, I was gonna say I respect radio stations, but the thing is I can't do the whole like they have too many breaks and then they censor all the music. It's like, what's the point? I mean, you ever listen to Beast and the Harlot by Avenged Sevenfold on the radio? There's a significant amount of that song cut off
I'll bet.
when you listen to it on the
Dude,
radio.
I love listening to rap songs on the radio. I think it's so funny.
Yeah, because they blur everything. It's like you keep
Yep.
hearing like just blank spots or whatever. You're like, dude,
I ain't messing with no broke to broke.
yeah. Like you ever
Yeah.
listen to WAP on the radio? Remember when WAP was a thing?
I've
Yeah, it
never
was on
heard
the
that on
radio
the radio,
station?
but that would be so fucking funny.
Dude, yeah, because they would either try to replace the words with something that's just stupid, or they just put a blank spot and you're just listening to a bunch of it's like it sounds like it's the music song is panning because it keeps
Yeah.
cutting.
No, I would legit sing the radio edit versions over the real versions all the times because I just think they're so much more. They're way funnier.
Yeah.
But like it honestly though, like with that Gold Digger song, like I think of that version more than the original. Like
Yeah.
you ain't messing with no
honestly.
broke, like,
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
I think of that all the time. Like or like
Yeah.
if that song pops in my head, that's how I think about it.
Yeah.
Or there was I was actually singing this earlier, and it was a Black Eyed Peas song, and I was singing the edited version.
Which one was it?
Can't think of what it was though.
Fergalicious.
I don't know. I literally like I can't even come up with it right now. But I think and it was like right before I came out to do this interview. Like it was very recently I was singing it
Yeah.
and singing in the edited version. All right. These next ones are probably a little bit more difficult, but we'll see. You might both be on the same page for the rest of them. Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon?
Ooh,
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network, because at the end of the day, that's what I grew up on. But Nickelodeon put
Hey,
out some bangers.
Yo, Ed and Eddie encourage the goats.
Yeah, those are goats. Scooby Doo, Johnny Bravo, all those are goat.
Yeah, dude.
Goated Samurai Jack, all
Yeah.
goated cartoons. But with Nickelodeon, it's close because of
It ain't even
Danny
close.
Doug,
Phantom.
Ren and
SpongeBob.
Stimpy.
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
So Nickelodeon it's up there, but I would still say Cartoon Network
Okay.
is the
Hey, yo,
more.
like the anime at night.
Oh yeah, Adult Swim when they
Yeah,
do the
dude.
anime. Rooney Kenshin, let's go.
Yeah, dude. Inuyasha.
Yep.
Let's go.
There you go. Thin crust or regular crust pizza?
Regular crust.
Oh, so
What's the point of thin crust?
I'm gonna do thin crust. I'm gonna say thin crust. So, but
Well, he can tell you what the point is.
hey, they're further east. They got better pizza back there.
Oh yeah, they do.
But like I don't know, like thin crust is good. Like you know what? Honestly, the pan crust. What's that? It's the pan crust, right? The one that's like
Yeah,
the
there's pan,
deep dish.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Pan's
But
good
I
too.
probably take thin crust over the regular just because I like when it's done really well. I love it.
I like a nice good thick crust at the end of my pizza. So that's why I have to say regular crust. I love that part of the pizza. It's the best part.
It's my least favorite part of the pizza is the crust. So
Well, see, there you go.
yeah,
Both of those answers make sense.
yeah, the thin one. Like it's my least favorite one.
You know what? Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
It's a pretty drawn out. It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's a draw.
Yeah.
It's a draw.
Lindsay Lohan or Tara Reid?
Oh.
We're just talking about
See?
scary movie.
Here's the thing. Lindsay Lohan, great in what was it? Freaky Friday and Mean Girls. I love those movies.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. Tara Reid was in the classics, American Pie. She was in
Sharknado.
Van Wilder. I
Yeah.
mean, it's rough, but
I'm gonna go Lindsay Lohan.
I'm gonna go Lindsay Lohan solely because I did have more of a crush on her watching those movies as a kid, like
Yeah,
especially
I
Mean
did.
Girls, Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
So I'd have to go with Lindsay Lohan. over Tara Reid. But Tara Reid, I love Tara Reid still.
They're so great
Yeah.
though. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. They're both great. They both put out great movies. I'm excited for Lindsay Lohan's comeback. Just waiting for Tara Reid to try her comeback.
I'm waiting for the second Mean Girls movie because they've been
They made a second one.
with the original cast.
Oh,
They're
so the
trying
second
to.
one's
They were like
probably
talking about bringing back all, and they're all down to do it. Amanda
Well,
Seyfield, like Lindsay Lohan, they're all down to come back and do it. So we'll see.
From what I know is that currently the only thing I've heard of that they're talking about making another one is Freaky Friday with her and Jamie Lee Curtis. Like
That would also be
That'd be
fun to see.
dope. Honestly,
would
Freaky
be.
Friday was so sick.
You know, we didn't talk about like going back to the movies and music. Freaky Friday, all right? Like
it's good. It's good shit.
they had a banger of a song in that. All right, like they were a cool band.
When Mom plays the solo offside stage.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome. Who knew Jamie Lee Curtis could shred?
Who knew?
Who knew?
She's a little
All right,
shorter.
we have two left. Newfound Glory or MXPX?
Newfound Glory.
Newfound Glory all day.
It's this. Like
MXPX is awesome.
Yeah,
Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
absolutely.
They're awesome.
So good.
Because I'm now correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the bass player from Goldfinger is in that band, correct?
Well, Mike Herrera is playing in Goldfinger. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
He plays in Goldfinger, but he's MXPX.
Yeah.
But I do
Goldfinger is just John Feldman now, and then
Yeah.
he has hired on people.
hired on people when they do their shows when they do
Yeah.
happen, which
Mhm.
normally is only at like events. Like I think they're playing when we were Young Fest this year, I believe. Goldfinger
Yeah,
is.
I know that Mike Herrera has been playing with Goldfinger for
Since 2016, I believe.
for quite some
for a
time
few,
now.
yeah, quite some time he has, which is dope.
Yeah, it's awesome because I love
But
Goldfinger too.
yeah, but I will definitely go with Newfound Glory.
Yeah.
This is
I'd have
more
to.
of what I grew up with, listened
Mhm.
to. You know, they were kind of like that.
I still listen to Newfound
Yeah,
Glory.
I
like,
still do
regularly.
too. They were like
Oh,
that
yeah.
it band.
Yeah.
You
They're-
know,
They're I think my most listened to band.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Newfound
you can
Glory.
never go wrong with Newfound Glory. I mean, a bunch of dudes doing pop punk who were all in hardcore bands. I mean, that's a pretty good fucking combo.
Same story as us.
Yeah.
Well, and one of the reasons I love both MXPX and Newfound Glory, they're one of the only pop punk bands that always stayed pop punk.
Yeah.
You know
the
what?
whole
You're-
time.
Yeah.
You know what? You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely right on that. Like they have stayed pop punk and they have stayed true to it. They've not strayed away, but they've found ways to do it where you keep listening. You don't get
Yeah.
tired of Newfound Glory or MXPX.
Yeah,
You don't.
they've tried it. They've tried doing things a little differently. Going a little softer with it, going a little faster. But they've always stayed Newfound Glory or MXPX.
Yeah.
They've always been that, to where like me and Matt were talking earlier is like Fall Out Boy. No, they like I like Fall Out Boy, but they fucking broke up with us. Okay,
Yeah.
they broke up with pop punk.
Yeah,
I'm
they
just
did.
saying.
Yeah, they did. Let me tell you, now they're just a pop band.
Their
Yeah.
new songs are their new
The-
song is
They
trying to
came
come
back.
back.
The new
Trying to come
songs.
back.
The new songs are back. They're back as pop punk. But like I said, I love me some old Fall Out Boy, early before 2010 Fall Out Boy. I love it. Love it all. But you know what? Just because you came back, you broke up with me, man. Just because
Yeah,
you came
dude.
back,
Yeah.
I'm not just
See,
gonna
I'm a
go right
little
back
hurt.
into your arms. Okay?
Because the Centuries album was weird. And they had that weird middle. What did they do? Like 2 albums after 2010, and they were
three. They
3.
did
Yeah,
3 albums.
But
And-
every time you listen to them, I'm like, dude, where's the cool like? Where's the riffs?
well, they
you
just
know,
went. They went straight pop. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, they
And
went
I-
straight pop.
mhm.
You might as well just call the band Patrick Stump because I mean, realist. That's the only thing that's still coming through when you listen to that stuff. Now, mind you, I love Fall Out Boy, but
Yeah.
Patrick
And
Stump in
Centuries
those time period, it
is
was
a
all him.
banger.
It was all him. I
Mhm.
mean, when you think about, when you think about the rest of the guys, you know, like Pete Wentz, Andy Hurley, those guys, like, where the hell is everything at?
Yeah, they're
Where,
all. It's like they weren't even featured. Like they
yeah, it was like,
somehow played those like electronic pop songs live, but
Yeah,
like they're not on the record as far as
yeah,
I'm
they're
aware.
not on the record. They're not on the record.
they got transformed into
And they have,
synthesizers.
and dude, oh my God, don't get, all right, we're getting too far. We can talk. Don't get me started with Joe. He got snuffed on that time period. I'm sorry, but they just did him dirty with that, man. He's a great guitar player.
I mean,
They did him
like I
dirty.
said, I'm very, very happy to see them back and true to their original form, or the form that they were progressing into until they completely changed directions. But you're gonna need a little more than 2 songs to win my heart back. You hurt me.
Yeah, they're gonna have to put out
Hurt me.
I mean, I will still always love Fall Out Boy, and love what they do. But yeah, if they're gonna win me back over full time, I gotta see more of this upcoming record.
Yeah.
And it's gotta be. I want some old Fall Out Boy feel vibes back. You know what I mean? Like, oh hey, you know what? Yeah, I love this. Cool, Pete Wentz. Let's go.
All right.
We're
We have
going on part 2.
one question left. And this one you can both do if you want, or you could pick one of you to do it. Can you sing us the O'Reilly Auto Parts jingle?
O'Reilly Auto Parts jingle. It was like O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Wow. It's something like that, right?
Yeah, that was it. You did it.
was it.
Perfect. Perfect.
I had to like get it back into my memory for a second. I was like, that's right.
I was worried for a second. I was like,
We should-
are they going to be the first ones to not get it?
No, I knew it, but I was like, okay, is there more? I was like thinking, I was like, is there more to this than just the little tiny?
Yeah, because that's what I had to think about. Because I knew I had the O'Reilly
Yeah.
Auto
So-
part, but I was like, what was the beginning of that?
We should have been
So-
like, what's O'Reilly?
I would give, I'll be really stoked and give some extra credit to the first guest that gets when the singing first starts, they get this like diva moment, and it just goes, it's like,
Yeah.
O'Reilly's, oh, so
Yeah.
once
we get somebody that like full on does the whole thing,
Yeah.
I don't know, you might be getting
It's
sent
over.
a trophy or something.
that's a trophy.
But yeah, you guys did it. You finished the podcast. All that is left, just let everybody know what you got going on, where they could find you, and what's next.
So you can find us on all of our social medias. We got Instagram, it's Too Close for Comfort Envy.
Mhm.
Twitter, it's TCFC_band. We are making TikToks daily. I can't promise you that they're good, that they're going to be good.
Yeah.
The TikTok thought well is running dry for me. I know that's for sure. I'm not a huge TikToking guy.
It's tough to keep up with it every day.
Yeah. But we got that going. I think that's
Spotify.
just Too Close for Comfort Envy as well. Our Spotify, Too Close for Comfort. We're on
Apple
iTunes.
Music.
We're on all like the streaming services, so you can find us anywhere there. We're even on Facebook for
Yeah.
you
If
know.
you're a Facebook person, Facebook. We have all our stuff on YouTube as well. It's
Yeah,
up there.
we
all the
created
singles.
a MySpace. No, I'm just kidding.
I wish.
No
Don't
MySpace.
tease us.
Hey,
Don't tease us. No Tumblr either.
hey.
There still is
But-
Tumblr though.
Yeah,
there is. I guess, and then coming up, we've got, like I said, we got a couple of a new record we're working on. Don't know when the record is going to be out, but we got singles that are going to be hopefully coming out in the June,
we have another
July-ish.
run. We have another run in the works coming up.
Yeah, in March we are going to be going on tour again. It's also going to be a Western tour. I think we're going to be hitting mainly this
SoCal.
Southwest.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a lot of LA, San Diego,
Vegas again. We're hitting
Yeah,
Vegas.
we're hitting Vegas. I think we might have a date in Arizona, and then we might be going to Salt Lake City. So it's a little short run. So if anyone wants to come catch us out there, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we're coming up. We'll be in areas soon. I'll tell you that.
We're on the rise. No, we're trying.
We're trying.
Heck
We're
yeah.
trying. We're pushing. So
Well, hell yeah, Tyler and Jimmy, thanks for hanging out with us. It was great chatting and getting to know all of you. Before we
Awesome,
head
thank you.
out, we are going to go into our UPP news. So wait for that. Thanks so much for checking out today's episode. Before we go, we'd like to thank Double PP Apparel and Graphics for sponsoring today's episode. Double PP Apparel and Graphics brings you Fueled by Pop Punk, a clothing line that is trying to keep the roots of pop punk alive. Their trendy and classic designs are inspired by the pop punk community, ranging from the early 2000s to right now. Their goal is to offer you quality, kick-ass threads to represent your love for music. So go pick up some merch, check them out at www.fueled-by-poppunk.com. Again, that's fueled-by-poppunk.com. Also, give them a follow on Instagram. That one's easy. You just pop on your little mobile computer you got there and go to @DoublePopPunkApparel. Follow them on there. You can stay up to date with new drops and any sales. Thank you so much again to Double PP Apparel and Graphics for sponsoring today's episode. Thanks for sticking around, everybody, to hear the UPP news. So once again, as we've been saying, we want to hear from you. What's your favorite part of the show? What are your thoughts on this week's topics? Do you have any stories of your own to share involving this week's guests? What are your thoughts on the new Fall Out Boy? Because we talked about it a little bit, and like I said, I just feel like it's just a breakup, like just somebody, they broke up with me, and how do you feel? Because I'm very excited, but I'm hesitant because I don't want to get my heart broken again. But yes, we want to hear from you. Easiest way to do that, join our Discord. All right, this time, I put a link on before. It wasn't a forever link, but guess what? This is a forever link. Okay, so this time, make sure go to discord.gg, and we're going all capitals, KYRQC3TR, and then lowercase AF, like as fuck, AF fam.
That link will be in the description, right, Pat?
Yeah,
Or they
link
just
will be
gonna
in
have
the
to remember
description.
We've also started a new series on the podcast called The Showcase. Now, if you're watching and not listening, Bob, Showcase, I got hand motions going on. Showcase is an hour-long interview for y'all who are up-and-coming bands that we newly formed. Each episode is going to have 6 bands, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 per episode, getting 10 minutes each to promote themselves. The show is the show every band can submit to. So if something you'd like to be a part of, head over to unsignedpoppunk/podcast.
Yes. Also, we're still in February, and it hasn't passed yet, guys. So mark your calendars, because we're on our 2-year anniversary, and it's my birthday. My birthday is February 3rd. If you want to send me anything or buy me anything on Amazon, or whatever, send me stuff. Just kidding, you don't got to. But February 3rd is my birthday. February is our 2-year anniversary as well, so we're going to be doing a special live stream live in a portside dive. That's at Matt's house. We will not release that location, but we're going to do a live stream concert on our Twitch channel with the super awesome Junior Choir and Linus performing live, and plus we're just going to hang out, do hangout stuff. Whatever you do during hangout time are things that we're going to do. If you aren't following us on Twitch already, go to twitch.tv/unsignedpoppunk. We also on our Twitch have our new show, New Music Friday, on Tuesday, every Tuesday at 3 p.m. and the super awesome music video show live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Once again, twitch.tv/unsignedpoppunk. And that's the way the news goes. Thank you again to Too Close for Comfort. Thank you for Matt for hanging out with me. Thank you to Gibby for hosting the super awesome music video show and New Music Friday on Tuesdays. And thanks for you guys for listening. Thanks to Lawrence Crow for doing all of our art. Thanks to everybody who's ever been awesome. Thanks, guys.
That Lawrence Crow is a beautiful man.
He's a beautiful man.
Lawrence.
He's such a nice person, such a great person. But
You better be listening right now.
What was that?
So you better be listening right now.
I hope
Hi,
he's
Lawrence.
listening. I hope he's listening. Hi, Lawrence. Thank you again to Too Close for Comfort for hanging out with us today, and we will see you all next week. Thank you so much for checking out the show. Please hit that like, subscribe, or follow button so you never miss an episode. And thank you so much to those of you who already are. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or anywhere else you stream your podcasts. If you're in the position to help us grow and like behind the scenes access and exclusive shows, head on over to our Patreon at www.patreon.com/unsignedpoppunk. Let us know in the comments who you'd like to see on the show and what other content you'd like to see. Thank you all so much.